Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Jessie. This is Playful Moon Tarot. So grateful to have you here today. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much. And thank you for everybody that clicked on this video. The angels and ancestors have come out for some healing messages and also to share some wisdom. So all of the timestamps are going to be linked down below for the readings today, groups 1, 2, and 3. And if you would like to book a personal reading or if you want to follow along on Instagram, those links are down below. And let's get into your guys' readings. Hello, Group 1, and welcome to your reading. You guys were drawn to the Stag card, and the Stag card talks to us about standing in our power. You guys are very intelligent. You guys might be quick-witted with the mind. You guys might be stepping into new types of leaderships, teaching roles, becoming a healer, something in the realm of using your mind and sharing that with the world. And the tortoise also came out, and it says slowly but surely getting ahead. So that tells me that you guys have maybe gone into a period of a rest phase. And now you guys are being called to step forward and trust. I feel like new beginnings for some of you guys, or just advancing maybe in your career, maybe needing to take more of a leadership role in a relationship you guys have. Something about really stepping forward into your power. And it's going to be in some type of a capacity in using your knowledge, being a teacher, healing people, sharing your story so that others can heal. And I'm pulling the tarot here to deepen the message. But when we start new adventures, the tortoise wants to remind you to take things slow. And look at that, another stag. Really want you to take things slow. Trust yourself and trust that good things do take time to come to fruition. And then you also have the Death card. Okay. So we have the Queen of Swords. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Page of Cups. We've got the Magician. We have the Three of Pentacles, as well as the Death card. And there's definitely a sense that you guys, you guys are really magical. I'm really picking up on the energy of this reading so far as really, this is like a manifestation process. This is, you guys stepping into your own power. This is you guys really getting in touch. I really feel like with the divine feminine and the sense of really knowing what you want your heart space to hold. As far as the new things coming in, the new adventures, the new inspirations that take up your heart space, and then being very active in the mind as far as planning and moving forward and really understanding that new idea, that new beginning, or if it's not a new beginning, maybe you're leveling up in your career. You're taking on some type of like a leadership teaching role. You're stepping in to even more of your own power. And it's meant to happen. It's meant, like, you are meant to just trust this process and go with it because you are magical. You have a lot of things to share, but we have to be mindful sometimes of how we share them. Careful. They're just saying careful how you wield the sword of knowledge. Careful how you wield the sword of knowledge. Is that, sorry, I'm tapping into because I feel like that was very specific for somebody. Okay. You guys are very knowledgeable, but still being open to other people's ideas is also part of this creative process. And the Page of Cups here definitely, I feel like, is going into the underworld, so to speak, really getting into those spaces within you that you might have neglected for a little bit that really bring you joy, that maybe you don't allow yourself to embrace that. Maybe you are suppressing some of the things that really bring you joy, and they're just saying don't suppress that shadow anymore. All of the things that you have within you, all of these components are meant to be cherished by you, is what they're saying. Really allow yourself to embrace happiness and really allow yourself to move in the direction of things that bring you happiness, and letting go of anything that's no longer serving you, really allowing this process to take charge, right? Like your how do I say this? Your, like they're saying inner queen, but it's so much more than that. Your inner queen, but your inner strength, your inner guidance, your inner knowledge that you get connected with is also meant to be shared with this world. And the Three of Pentacles, they really are showing this as like a community card right now. And they're really drawing my attention to the wolves right now. Some of you might feel like your current community is not supporting you. Some of you might feel like you are kind of the odd duck out, the black sheep. Your ideas and things aren't fitting in with this paradigm. But I feel like that's why it was reiterated and that both of these cards came out, is because it's meant to make you find more of your stags. Let the wolves be the wolves and find your stags. Find your other fellow. Stepping into this power, stepping into the ownership of what you want to see in this world, what you want to create, is going to allow this community to change for you. And that's what they're saying, is that the community around you, you can try to share your knowledge, but sometimes if they're not on the same page as you, they're not going to understand. And so letting some of these community structures fall away that aren't in alignment with you. But there's really something in your emotions really going towards happiness. There's this real undercurrent of this message that's really just encouraging you to go with your happiness. That's what they're saying. Like this card's energy just keeps focusing back on go with what makes your energetic body happy. Like when you light up, right? When you get good news, when you get your hair cut, when you do something that fills you with that energy, you know, like you could be sitting there and you're kind of feeling blah, and then something happens. You see an inspirational meme, your friend texts you something inspiring, like something happens and all of a sudden you're lit up and you're alive and you're ready to go. That's what they want you to be on the lookout for and embrace more of. And even if you feel, this is a very specific message for somebody, but even if you feel guilty for wanting what you want and for the things that make you happy, they're giving me a really specific example, so I'm going to go with it, but please take this how it resonates, because this is just meant to be an idea and it is specific to somebody, but take it how it resonates with you. So let's say you really love going to the spa, getting a facial, getting a manicure, getting a pedicure, getting a massage, like mud, like all the things. I don't really know what all the things go on at the spa, but they're just saying, like, they're just showing me a spa and like some elaborate bill of like $500 or something. And you go, oh, $500. I would love to experience this, but you know, oh my goodness, that's so much money. What they're saying is that it's okay to want what you want. Now, I'm not saying go out and spend money that you don't have. I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. I'm just saying, allow yourself to indulge in some of these pleasures. Allow yourself to buy the expensive candle. If you normally buy the $5.99 candle, maybe you could splurge and get the $20, candle, whatever, the top, one of the topper brands. It's going to last a little bit longer. The smell is a little bit more, you can smell it more throughout the house. It's okay to want those things. So that might be a very specific message for somebody, but take it how it resonates, because there is an underlying current of this reading where they really want you to not be shameful and not feel guilty for the things that you want to experience, even if they feel extravagant. Okay, there's something about giving back to yourself in this reading too, and allowing yourself those pleasures of life. At the time that I'm filming this, we're going to be transitioning into Taurus season 2, and Taurus is very earth and very, really experiencing the pleasures here down in the earthly plane. And so they're really saying, to just really allow yourself to experience that kind of magic. Give back to yourself in a way that's really going to fill your guys' cups. Okay, so I hope something in that message resonated. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, love yourself, trust yourself, and believe in yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. You guys were drawn to the Guardian Angel card, and this card tells me that maybe you guys have been feeling a little bit cut off, a little lost, a little in the dark about something, maybe not feeling like, that anybody's got your back, especially Spirit, right? And then the Throne card came out, and it says position of authority. And when I dropped into the meditation and started to get what these cards were talking about, they want you to sit on your throne. So maybe some of you just recently got like an advancement at work. Maybe some of you don't see your worthiness. It's going to be different for each and every one of you, but please take it how it resonates. But they're just saying, sit on your throne, like own what you want, in that sense of not feeling bad for wanting what you want. But there's also a sense of taking ownership and taking charge, and know that you are being divinely guided. Let me get that card. And that even though you feel like your angels and spirit isn't with you, they are actually very close. They are watching you. They are guiding you. And any of the changes that you guys might be experiencing right now, because I feel for some of you, this has to do with maybe big changes in your life. Maybe you lost a job or a partnership, or maybe you got some type of promotion that then made other people kind of get a little jealous of you. There's just some really sticky energy with this reading as far as where you're at, and either people really appreciating you for the things that you do or not feeling very appreciated. So it's kind of going two different ways. So if a current situation in your life you thought was bringing you blessings and then turned out to feel like it wasn't bringing you blessings, it is. Trust the process and trust that whatever just happened in your life, or the blessings that you're asking for, anything like that, know that your guardian angels are close. And they're just saying to sit on your throne. Now, sitting on your throne, what does that mean? Sit in your power, sit in the ownership of the things that you want. Have really good boundaries. They're saying to have really good boundaries. And they're saying to be the authoritative figure of your life, and that you are, and that you need to believe that. You need to believe in the power that you have within you. You are royalty. You are a goddess or a god of your own creative universe, and they really want you to understand that power and really step into it. And so the tarot cards that came out is King of Swords, Five of Swords, King of Wands, Knight of Swords, Page of Wands, Nine of Cups, and Seven of Cups. And right away, there's, I just really feel this might be really specific. So I'm sorry if I'm being really super specific right now, but there's this sense that you stepped into some type of power ship and then was met with some type of challenging or opposing energy. Now, for some of you, that could be internal. Maybe you're questioning yourself. Maybe you're questioning what your worth is. Maybe you're questioning if you're worthy of the situation that you're in. There's something about this Five of Swords energy, you guys. I'm just seeing somebody like leveling up and then just getting cut down. Again, might be very specific, but it feels like you guys took the opportunity and then you met with an opposing force. And it's not meant to knock you off your game. It's not meant to derail you. They really just keep saying to stay in your power, step into your power, step into your power, your royalty, act accordingly. But that sounds really punchy. I don't mean for it to be punchy. I don't know why okay. If anybody's ever seen the movie Ever After, where the main character, obviously Cinderella, it's the Cinderella story, she puts on royalty clothes and goes to save a fellow servant in her house. And nobody knows, like when she's in those clothes of royalty and she's walking through the court and she walks up to the guy and is like, give me back that, servant. Here's your money. I'm going to pay for him. Nobody knew that she herself was actually a peasant and a servant. So that's what they mean by like, act accordingly and act as if you are as powerful, because they're saying that you are. They're just being very specific right now. I'm sorry. I'm trying to like move forward and they're like, no, stay here. There's really something about, because I don't like the saying fake it till you make it. And that's kind of the vibe too. It's that really stepping into your power, even if you feel all off kilter and it feels weird for you, like stand in that power and know that you are worthy of that. So the King of Wands and the King of Swords, again, very firm in their ideas, very knowledgeable, rulers of their kingdom, right? Rulers of their decision making and what they are passionate about and what inspires them and how they are going to use that to develop their. I mean, you guys have a very King of Swords. Knight of Swords. I was saying King of Swords. Sorry, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords and King of Wands. Again, still very much in their power, going after what they want, being a warrior, cutting out things that are going to get in their way. Sorry, the King of Wands too. All three of these cards, the two kings and the knight. Boy, that's power, standing in your power. And then the Page of Wands, really reminding you to keep going after what you want. Now, sometimes we can be a little too quick with our words or our feelings. So just be mindful about how you vocalize some of these things. Try not to be too sharp with the tongue to get your point across. Again, that might be very specific for somebody. They're saying a lion never has to tell you that they're a lion. Standing in your power, voicing your words and your truths, but without being too sharp of the tongue. We don't have to cut others down to get our point across. So that's what the energy of that is. Again, this might be really specific, but that's just the energy that they're giving me, so I'm just going to go with it. 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Choosing this new path, because you guys already know what's in all of these cups. These are all past choices that you guys have made, and what they're saying is make that new choice. Make that new choice to step into your authority, step into your power, step into your personal power. Your guardian angels are watching you. They're encouraging you to really acknowledge your own personal power. You're not cut off. You're not in the dark. Sometimes when we feel cut off and we're in the dark, they're just giving us space to work things out, right? To really get quiet and go inward to see what we really want. What fills your emotional body with joy? What brings you up, up from the depths? What lights you up? Okay. All of those things, because all of these choices that you guys have made in the past hasn't led you to where you want to be. So there is this sense of really stepping in to your power, which might really be new for you guys, which is why they just keep bringing me back to this card. I think some of you are really underestimate the power that you have, the personal power that you have. And co-creating with spirit, we do our part down here, and then spirit does their part on the other side, right? And it goes back and forth and back and forth. So sometimes when we're in those really dark spaces, they're just giving us time to think about what we really want. Get very decisive about the choices that you want to make, and just really encouraging you to step into your power. And if that changes things, like they're also giving me this resistance to change. Some of you are scared to make that change because you don't know where it's going to lead. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. You guys might be thinking you guys might lose friends, might lose some of your community, you might outgrow your community if you step into your power. So what's the outcome then of stepping into the power? What is the outcome of stepping into the power? I'm just feeling a lot of fear right now, and it's okay. It's okay to be scared of the new things, but fear can paralyze us. So they don't want you to be held back by that. So what is going to be the outcome? Okay. Strength. Yeah, you've got the strength to do this. It's really just gonna, and then the Fool. Okay, sorry. The Fool was the so the Strength card came out, and then on the bottom of the deck, it was the Fool card. So there is a brand new path for you that's opening. Now, this might not completely change your world. You might not be, they're showing me just like a new path of how you connect with your inner power, like how you connect with your inner strength. This is a new venture for a lot of you. And you guys have this, so the Strength card really is about kind of taming those inner voices that hold us back. Really accepting sometimes that message of you need to go in a certain direction, and then having the strength to do that, whether that's making internal changes, external changes. But really for me, it does resonate with internally overcoming the obstacles that hold you back, overcoming the obstacles, the thought patterns, anything like that that hold you back from stepping into your power and taking that throne. And the Fool, I feel like it's not a whole new beginning as far as like changing up every area of your life. It's more this new beginning of stepping in your power and living in your power day by day by day. That's this new beginning. Really not using your power sometimes to make little changes, but really embracing the path of consistently walking in your truth and your power. And then things around you might change, but you're also being divinely guided. And so your guardian angels are watching over you. And I really hope that you guys are able to embrace this inner strength, because I feel like it's really going to lead you guys to some really like beautiful places and bring in some new beautiful things for you guys. So I hope something in that message resonated. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, love yourself, trust yourself, and believe in yourself. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. You guys were drawn to the Sage card, and this tells me that there's something that you guys have been wanting to bring to the forefront. Some of you might wanting to be teachers, guiders, healers. There's something about sharing knowledge, sharing wisdom, and sharing your gifts with the world, and they're saying to stay very dedicated to that. And the Vulture card came out, so some of you I feel like are really battling depression, anxiety, and there's a worry here. There's a worry that someone is against you or something is against you. Spirit maybe doesn't have your back with this. So when we go through these challenging times and when we feel opposition, that's just a time for us to reflect, to get more sure-footed in our journey and in our path forward. It's not meant to knock you off balance. And I say that as I'm pulling out the Justice card. Okay. So this be devoted and be committed to whatever you want to become is a real strong message. And we all go through depression and anxiety and worry, and we question ourselves so much, and Spirit and ancestors and the angels really just want you to know that you're being divinely guided right now. And even when things come to an end, they're saying that even endings can be divine, okay? Like we get stuck in that sadness and the longing, but there's a real sense of, Ten of Cups, okay, of allowing things to end so that new beginnings can happen. They're showing me a garden right now, and at the end of the season, you pull up all of the things that aren't going to grow anymore. You weed, you till, you do all of those. You excavate the ground basically, and then you lay out fresh soil, and it kind of goes dormant for a while, and then it's time to rebuild again. And when the divine is, taking those things away and clearing out your garden bed, it's not meant to, it's not meant to be hurtful. It's just everything comes to an end, and then the new can begin again. So there's a real underlying sense of anything that's come to an end recently. They're just saying it was divinely guided, because the first card that came out was the Tower. So you guys have the Tower and you have Justice. You guys have the King of Pentacles. You guys have the World, Four of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. And so this Tower moment, something just happened in your guys' life. I'm not sure it's going to be different for every single individual, but there's a real sense that something just came to an end, something, and it wasn't that we wanted it to, right? This is that the divine coming in and saying, well, this situation's over, and we're left going, oh, okay, and now we get to clean up the rubble and rebuild. But it happened to balance something out, because the Justice card is here. And it just keeps saying balance to me. Balance. But it's very much just, this was a balancing act, a balancing act, balancing act. There is something that you guys want to create, and it's going to be very successful, because not only do you have the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups, you've got the World. This just... yeah, you guys are like, they're showing me the butterflies. You guys are just going through a transformation right now. And you guys really might need to have a sense of feeling like you need to protect your home, protect your space, protect your finances, just protect your immediate surroundings right now as you go through this period of change and processing all of the things that just happened. There's a sense that you guys just need to take a moment, take a pause to integrate all of those things. But they're saying it happened for a balancing reason. There was something that needed to be balanced. And what they want to, like, they're showing me you emerging from the rubble as the King of Pentacles. Now, this isn't not gender specific, okay? So it's male or female. Rebuilding in a very solid way. Like everything is just feels very solid from here moving forward. Now, some of you might need to move completely. There might need to be some relocation. There also could be travel just so that you can have a better experience, go see something new, start to get excited about life again by having new experiences. And they're also saying that what you want to create here, this thing that you're devoted to and committed to, whatever that is also meant to be shared with the community, shared with the world. There is a real sense of taking your guys' wisdom, knowledge, and everything that you possess inside, your unique magic is what they're saying, and sharing it with the world. And what that's going to do is allow you to be this butterfly that goes through a huge transformation. And then you guys, instead of holding all of your pentacles and everything close to your chest, now it just shows sharing and legacy and happiness and abundance and giving and receiving. A total transformation, almost like you're going to feel like a totally different person, totally new person. And we can all get stuck in those spaces of anxiety and depression where we don't feel worthy. Sometimes when we get the rug pulled from underneath us, we're left with depression and anxiety. This tower moment could have really left you feeling anxious and depressed. And well, what do you mean? You came in like a wrecking ball. You just took everything from me. And now what am I supposed to do? And it was meant to be a balance for whatever reason, whatever situation, person, place, thing, whatever that was just kind of extricated from your life. It was just meant to be a balance. That's just the energy that I keep getting. They keep saying balance, balance, balance. So there was something in here that needed to be balanced because it's going to propel you forward. It's going to unlock so many new opportunities. And right now, the task for you, I really feel like, is becoming that butterfly, going into the darkness, like the caterpillar goes into the little cocoon, and I think they like turn almost all the way to liquid before they kind of form back into like they form their wings. And then what do they have to do? They have to break out of that cocoon. So if you help a butterfly out of its cocoon, its wings won't be strong enough to fly and it will die. And so there's a real sense of going through it and really having to kind of push your way through, not in an aggressive way, but in that determination. They just like devoted and committed. They just that determination of moving forward towards that brighter future, towards the world, towards success, towards sharing, towards creating, towards abundance. There's going to be a process for each and every one of you, and it's going to look a little bit different, but that struggle is what is going to give your muscles enough wing. I said that totally backwards. Hold on. Let me gather my thoughts. Oh, eclipse season. It's killing me. The energy is so scattered. Okay. Let me say that again. When you break out of the cocoon, the wings, you need to work those muscles. So there needs to be that push and that resistance because you're building up your wing muscles to be able to fly. That's what I meant to say. My goodness. Okay. So any challenges, any obstacles, anything that you guys come up against as you're going through this process is only going to make you stronger. And sometimes that is really not what we want to hear. But when we can go through those processes and get to the other side, it really can be a very sweet place to be. And then you can look back and just know that you're that much stronger, that much sure-footed on your journey, because this isn't meant to steer you off course. This is just meant to build you up so you're that much stronger. And they just want you to stay committed and stay devoted to whatever it is that is driving you forward, that you love and that you want to create and that you want to share with this world. So hopefully something in that message resonated. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, love yourself, trust yourself, and believe in yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.